So what could possibly be going on for you that you think you need to ask that question? And that really was the trigger for me around this whole topic of the book.
I want to now really draw us towards the new book, The Manager's Dilemma. And you mentioned something very early in the interview that was really interesting. You spoke about someone that was previously your peer, very senior in the organization, and experienced, I should say, very experienced in the organization. And then one day you're their peer, next day you're their supervisor, and they come to you and say, okay, boss, what do we do now? What changed in that 24 hours that they knew how to do their job the day before? Now today, all of a sudden, they don't know how to do their job. Talk us through that.
Interestingly, I don't know that I understood it fully then, but now what I would say looking back is it was in America, and in the American culture, it is quite hierarchical. It's like people look to their boss, to their boss, to their boss. One might not necessarily think that automatically, but there is a hierarchy of, I suppose there's a level of casualness, but there's also a level of respect for your boss. And so I think it was actually a reflection of that sort of, well, you're my boss now, so what do you want me to do? So, I wouldn't say he still knew how to do the day-to-day of his job, but he was certainly giving me the respect of, I was now his boss and I should direct him, or I should kind of give him feedback, give him input into what he was doing. It really stuck out. Why would it have changed so much? Like, what would I have known? What would I have learned over the weekend that would make me that much more important or more senior to him, when in actual fact he had several years more experience than me. But so in making sense of it now, I think it was more to do with the culture of that respect for your boss.
Certainly he knew how to do his job on Friday. Certainly he still knew how to do his job on Monday. What prompted him all of a sudden to need to check in with someone? But yeah, I do like what you're saying about respect, and let's keep that in mind as we progress. Then in the intro to The Manager's Dilemma, you talk about someone coming and knocking on your door and asking you a question they clearly knew the answer to, and yet they were still asking you that question. What did you discover through that?
So what could possibly be going on for you that you think you need to ask that question? And that really was the trigger for me around this whole topic of the book. And I think I just answered the question at the time. I mean, I think I was just so shocked. I just answered the question, but it really got me thinking, and I was really going, what could be going on for her that she would think she needed to come to me with that? And I came to the conclusion, I don't think I specifically say this in the intro, but I came to the conclusion that there was obviously a confidence thing there, that she wasn't 100% confident that she was making the right call. And so what I did was I kind of said, okay, well, if that's the case, what do I need to do differently here? How do I need to approach this the next time she comes to me? And what I concluded was that I needed to ask her questions and get her talking and get her telling me what she thought she needed to do. And so that's what I did the next time she came to me. I said, well, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? And she went through her thoughts and went through her. And I was listening, and I said, well, have you thought about this, or what about that? Again, more probing questions. I wasn't giving her the answer. I was asking probing questions to get her to make sure she was thinking of all the things I would think of. And so we did that for a few weeks. And then I said, next time what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you to come to me with what you think the right thing to do is and why you think it is. So the next time she did that, so she's like, yeah, okay, fine. And she gave me her reasonings and the options and what she was recommending. And we did that. I was like, again, if there was gaps, if there was things that I thought she hadn't included, I'd ask questions. And then a couple of weeks later, she basically came to me and said, this is the issue, this is the problem, this is what I'm saying, these are the options, this is what I'm recommending for these reasons. And I was kind of like, you've got it. You know how to do this. You don't need me anymore. You're off. So her confidence had been built up, that she knew, okay, I know exactly what Ariel is thinking. I know exactly the questions Ariel is going to ask. I know exactly what her perspectives are going to be on this. And that knowledge, that understanding, that confidence had built up or whatever, that she was able to kind of go, yeah, I know what to do here. And that really freed her up. And obviously it also freed me up, because I wasn't having to, you might be in the middle of something, or because we were delivering training, you might be gone for 3 hours before she could run something past you. So things would have been delayed if she wasn't comfortable and confident in answering those questions. So that was and as I said in the book, I thought it was just me. I just thought, that's just, sure, every manager knows how to do that. And then what I realized was, over the years, I was coaching and talking with managers and training and that, and I realized actually they don't know how to do this. They don't know how to break it down. They don't know how to coach somebody from the potential starting point. I was lucky she was very close to the end of the process. It was only the confidence that we needed to build up.
Yeah.